Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to come in and kind of do this video a little bit about self-love. There's a lot of misunderstandings or a lot of questions when it comes to self-love. So many of my clients, this is what they are lacking to really help them reach that full and true potential. And people get confused about self-love and they think somehow it's being selfish. And this is where, again, they're mistaken. And it's something that they've learned along the path, that if you take care of yourself and if you do something for yourself, and taking care of yourself and putting yourself first, that somehow that's selfish. And it really is that negative inner critical voice that is telling us that no, you don't deserve that time for yourself. You don't deserve to be taken care of. You don't deserve to be loved. And I talked about this in my Facebook post recently, that it could be that inner critic that's really putting you down that needs to be quieted, but it could also be the inner child that feels unloved, unimportant, abandoned, somehow forgotten. And so it's so important to know the difference between the two. When there's that inner critical voice and it's saying, no, you're not good enough, or you're being selfish if you're taking care of yourself, you're taking time out for yourself, focusing on yourself, doing something for yourself, even if it's something huge like leaving an abuser. There's these negative thoughts. It's like, no, leaving means that you're selfish. And, even if it's something small, like taking an hour for yourself to go out on your own. Maybe it's a mom getting away from the kids, or maybe it's a dad getting away from the kids. Whatever it is, spending that time for yourself. It's important to know the difference between that critical voice that needs to be quieted and that inner child that needs to be validated and understood and appreciated and loved. So if we don't take the time to sit back and listen, sitting back in silence and giving ourselves a moment to listen to what's going on inside of us, we won't know how to react to the difficult situations in our lives. And believe me, we all go through extremely difficult things. There's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of heartache, there's a lot of pain in the world. And when we meet somebody, we have no idea what they're going through. And it's so important for us to take that time to listen to ourselves, to know what our pain is saying. Because each and every one of us have that pain. So what is that pain saying to us? And when we sit in meditation, in silent prayer, in just quietness, we'll hear what that voice is telling us. And it could be saying something very mean and very critical. And that's where we have to muster up that inner compassion, that self-compassion for ourselves, the voice that we would use with a best friend to say, hey, that's not fair that you're saying that to yourself. You are worthy. You are important. You are loved. You are going to win this thing. And so we speak back to that critical voice. But it could also be that inner child, that inner wounded self that is saying, hey, pay attention to me. I don't believe I could do this. I don't believe I'm worthy. I don't believe I'm competent, that I could be successful. And so that's where we speak to that inner child and we soothe her or we soothe him. And we tell this child that you are loved and you are important and you will be able to succeed and you'll get through this difficulty. You have the strength within you. You have the resources all inside of you to get through this hardship. And so definitely know the difference and be kind to yourself. That's the most important thing. There's so much hurt in the world, It's so essential to be kind to ourselves, and that will be the springboard that will help us jump and fly through the difficulties to the other side where there is light and there is love. So I hope that that was helpful for all of you, and I hope to speak to you soon. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.